Running play to the left.
And a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. But that's
probably some type of slant route with 83 across the middle.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 28 yards. They'll run with Dobbins, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, 49ers nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Niners take over first and 10. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw, and they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And this one goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. There he goes, left side. Woo, yeah! Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 70 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits?
Now it's your turn to show your fans what you got.
I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big pickup of 38.
38 yards on the play.
From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Jackson will throw again. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo got the connection here to board. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Throwing now is Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. They'll run the first time with Raheem Mostert. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ravens 15.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 34. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And across the chalk, into the end zone.
Your turn.
Eaboss Samuel on the touchdown pass from Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate.
He's got a man, complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. Jackson from the shotgun. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, they tried to get two and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Garoppolo, 10 of 10, 202 touchdowns on the day. A perfect day for Jimmy G.
Time remaining here in this second quarter. On first down, Garoppolo. And the tip there.
First incompletion.
Falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Bourne. And he's going to take it in.
Touchdown, Bruce Wayne.
Kendrick Bourne, 33 yards. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Niners 22, Ravens 21.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. First down and more for Jackson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. On first and 10, it's Jackson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Forced out to his left. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the two-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Intended for
Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now. Garoppolo now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6.
Raheem Mostert.
A rough go there on third down. A loss of 4. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the gun. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up on a former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
So first thing across my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. It's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
15-yard line.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Garoppolo finding Kendrick Bourne there. And the 49ers have cut it back within us. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1.
San Francisco.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That one good for 12 yards. And it'll move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? And the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
35-yard line.
There's Garoppolo to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
good for a 49er. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The play lost a yard. It's now
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. And what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Steps away to his left. He's going to Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. From the gun, Jackson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
An important play right here, third and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Woo! And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. 49ers. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And, boy, figure this one out. Leading here in the fourth, and now they're going to try an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93%.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarkwiski Tart. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now left side on the swing pass. And now look at him go. He's at the 30.
You don't want that.
Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 77 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense.
You wanted this ass whooping. I'm giving it to you. Call that guy you was on the phone with and let him know that Bruce Wayne's whooping ass right now. But you still picked the team. You chose that team. This will make me 3-0 against you in our last 3. Let everybody on the broadcast know.
To boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he's going to go down.
Safety! Take this loss. I got my screenshots already. Thank you, sir. Let me. And you was up 1 at the half? Let me, huh? In this guy, but we gave him a shot. He lost like we thought he would. To all my fans, this is Bruce Wayne signing off. This is Bruce Wayne signing off. EA Sports Boss.